Hey guys, I know it's been a while since I made a video, but I wanted to talk about something that is a little frustrating to me, and I wanted to know your guys' opinions as well. It's been something that's been on my mind lately, but the video is entitled "Let's Talk About Bachmann," and I intend to do just that. As a few of you may know, if you remember, probably not, because it's been a while ago. But at the train show, I bought a 2662 Bachmann Spectrum DCC and Sound Chesapeake and Ohio steam locomotive for $150, which is a damn good deal considering I went on Bachmann's website and I saw the actual price was about close to 500, if not $500. At any rate, I picked up the locomotive and I bought it, and I'm not sure if I made an update about this, but I had to send the locomotive back. I believe I might have mentioned that in another video. So I sent the train back to Bachmann, and it's that incident was about 4 weeks ago. Now, before I had my Southern Pacific Daylight, I sent that back to MTH, and they had it back to me in about 3 weeks. But it's been a little over a month with Bachmann, and I've been attempting to be patient. I've called them, and they haven't even gone to work on the train. When I call, I notice that the same woman answers the phone every time. And when she does, she has the most dull, dry, boring voice you could ever imagine. I mean, I'm not to talk bad about the woman, but it's just she doesn't sound very enthused to be talking to you. Honestly, if I were in her position and I didn't care about trains, but she probably doesn't, then I probably wouldn't be too enthused to hear about people complaining about how they've been waiting 7 weeks because they haven't gotten their train back that they want desperately. I mean, but the thing is that, okay, so I sent the train back 4 weeks ago. They haven't done anything to it. Every time I call, she keeps telling me that the process it's going to take about 8 weeks, or that's what I keep getting every time I call. So the process is going to take about 8 weeks. What I want to know is, why does it take 8 dang weeks? Okay, for a company like Bachmann, why does it take them 8 weeks to fix my train, whereas MTH, it took them 3? And as far as I know, and I could be wrong, but as far as I know, MTH is a bigger company than Bachmann, considering that not only do they have their HO department, but they have their O gauge department. They have their they also have their line with Lionel, the standard gauge models. Do they so they have HO, O. I'm not sure if they have G scale or not. I think MTH might have a couple of G scale items as well. Actually, yeah, they do. Now that I think about it. But at any rate, I know Bachmann, they do have their large scale line. They have their HO scale line. They have their Williams line. I'm aware of that. But as far as I'm concerned, MTH is a larger company. Now, the problem that I had with this locomotive that I sent to Bachmann, one of the wheels in the first set, it kept popping up. Now, this is of course because of the gears. They got these cheap plastic gears that they put in their engines. So I did notice when I first bought the engine, I did notice a slight little hiccup in the wheel set, but it wasn't that big of a deal. It wasn't prohibiting the train from running, but then it got real bad. It got horrible. So the wheel will go around. The wheels will go around, and two rear wheels in that first set of wheels out of the two sets of 6. As soon as the driver would get to the top, it'd pop, and then it'd go. Pop, and then it'd go. And pop, and then it'd go. And it'd get frustrating. And it would do that forward and reverse, and it's like, oh my gosh, so what's going on? We thought it was the side rods, but it wasn't any of the side rods. The side rods, they were not the problem. It was the gears inside the wheels. So I left it at my local hobby shop. They couldn't fix it. So it's like, screw it, let me take the train back. And I did. I took the dang train back, and then I sent it out to Bachmann. And it's been almost 5 weeks now. You know what? But I'm not gonna complain. I'm gonna be patient. I'm gonna wait. Keep my composure here. It'll be okay. I'll have it back soon. Everything will be fine. Now, here's another thing that I've been thinking about. I've been saving up some money to buy a new locomotive, and I wanted it to be an MTH model, but MTH is so dang expensive that I don't think that's going to happen. So what I decided on was I wanted to buy a Bachmann 280, and the problem that I'm having is the way things are going with Bachmann right now. If I have a problem with that engine, I'm gonna am I gonna have to go through I'm gonna have to go through all this again. Is it really worth paying $190, risking $190 on an engine that, okay, I'll have for about a week and then it's gonna break, and then I'm gonna have to send it back and wait 2 months. So that'll be the middle of summer by the time I get that one back, if I do end up getting the money when I plan on getting it. But I want to know your guys' opinion. Should I wait? I know on eBay, I've been checking some guys out on eBay. They got some really great deals on some MPH engines that I've been looking at as well. Like, let's go check this out real quick. Let's go to eBay, because I know I saved. What the hell is this? That's weird. I know there's one seller that I saved. I probably shouldn't tell you guys, because when you guys are gonna go out there and buy it off from under me, I'm gonna be upset. But this is one person on here that's just got an amazing deal. Where's my password? Wouldn't you like to know? Let's see. That should be it. Yep. Okay. At any rate, there's another guy. He had a pretty an okay deal on a Broadway limited. Actually, I'm not sure. Oh, that one ended for it. That guy got dirt cheap. But there's some pretty nice stuff on here that I was checking out. Honestly, I don't know how to navigate on eBay, and I'm kind of scared to buy. That's another thing. I'm kind of scared to buy from eBay. It's just kind of scared me over here. But at any rate, they have a New York Central Mohawk, right, for $287. Now that's about $90 more than what you would pay for where I get my Bachmann engines. That's about $90 more than what I would pay to buy the engines, to buy that Bachmann engine. And I'm wondering if I should just wait and save up the money to do that. But the thing is, if I wait that long to save up that much money, then I might as well go ahead and just wait and buy an MTH Big Boy, which is the big thing I had been planning to do for a while. And there's a guy at the train show who had the MTH Big Boy. He wanted $500 for it, and he's there every year. And I honestly doubt if anyone went and bought that engine. If anyone's going to buy that engine between now and the next train show, which is in October. So I'm going to go do my best, go back there and buy that thing. I am going to buy that engine from him. I don't care if that's the only thing I get at the show. If I just get that Big Boy, my life will be complete. Another thing I'm thinking of doing, I know I'm kind of rambling on here, but another thing I think I'm doing, because I'm pretty much out of that phase of my life, is I'm planning on selling some of my old toys that I have on eBay. And the toys that I used to play with all the time, and it's going to kill me to get rid of them, but I got to do it. I'm going to get rid of my Transformers. We've got to get rid of these Transformers to make some money. I've got a collection of about 200 Transformers, and I have some of the rarest figures out there that you could possibly buy. These two are actually a set of 5, and all 5 of them combined to form one robot. And I was actually thinking of selling my big one, which is over there, which I'll get in a second to show you guys, because that's the one that's going to make me the most money. So you know what, I'm going to go ahead and get this one for you. This one was actually the last Transformer I purchased. This one has been my holy grail, and from the time I first saw it, I always wanted it, because it was huge. It was the biggest it's just the biggest Transformer Hasbro had ever made. It was probably one of the coolest Transformers in the show. It had only been in there for one episode, for about 5 minutes. But at any rate, I had been obsessed with this for a long time. I had tried to get my hands on one, but eventually I had bought it. This one, they call it Fortress Maximus, and I think I'm gonna sell this, because I paid. I know this is ridiculous. You guys are gonna be like, you know what, you're gonna buy with that much money? But no, I paid $380 for this. Yes, I paid about $380 for this bad boy. And yeah, I know. That's an MTH engine right there, plus a few good freight cars. Considering I just found a $287 engine on eBay. So yeah, I know. Okay, I freaking know. But that's why I'm willing to sell it. So this is what I'm thinking I'm going to do. And if you guys know anyone who's interested in buying $400 worth of Transformers, let me know. But this is a figure that you will see on eBay. It's very popular. It's got more because because of its size, two because it's so rare, and three because there's so many parts to it. Check this out, the head. I mean, what kind of toy does this? The head pops off, right? Okay, all right. So you've got the head here. The head turns into another robot. All right. This is what I did when I got out of trains for a little bit, not really, but it was more. I was buying more Transformers than I was trains, but. Okay, check this out. The head turns into another robot, right? Dude, what? Bam! This guy's head comes off. What happens? This guy's head turns into a robot. It's insane. It's insane. I don't even know why I bought it. It's not as fun. I mean, I gotta get rid of this thing. I gotta get rid of it. This is taking up too much space. I had a drum set, okay? Years ago, my parents bought me a drum set. This drum set, okay, the bass drum, the box for the bass drum, which is freaking huge, okay? The hell yeah, the box for the bass drum, okay, can't even fit my entire collection of Transformers. That's how many I have. I gotta get rid of these things. The amount of money that I would be able to make, I could probably make a good grand off of maybe a tenth, okay, maybe a tenth, at the least, a tenth of my collection. I just gotta get rid of this stuff and invest it not only in trains but in some other practical things as well. So, gosh, I feel like I'm back to my old days of doing Transformer reviews. Yeah. Anyway, guys, that's that. So getting back into the subject of Bachmann, I want to know what your guys' opinions on Bachmann trains are. Now, the ones that I've had, the Bachmann trains that I've had, they've had a tendency to break. Okay, I've had a real problem with my Bachmann trains breaking, or they came out of the box broken. And of course, this is their Spectrum line. I've had a real problem with that. The North Falcon Lester and J, it had problems like you wouldn't believe. The back, do me a favor, okay? Unless you're willing to do some serious modifications to it, never buy a Bachmann 210. Bachmann 210. Okay, the 210 Russian decapod. Just don't do it. I'm letting you know right now. Just don't do it. I hooked it up on my track and it pulled. It could barely run after pulling 3 freight cars. It pulled 3 freight cars and it was done. It couldn't do anymore. Let alone a little line of like 2. If I had 2 of my passenger cars that you saw in one of my previous videos behind my daylight at the train show, if I were to put 2 of those cars in there, it wouldn't have done it. It probably would have had struggled with 1. So that's the reason why I have the daylight in the first place. Don't buy one of those. With Bachmann, the quality of the train, I've noticed that the quality of the trains are not as good as a lot of the other companies like Broadway Limited Imports, MTH, Athern, Atlas. Those companies, they make really great high quality trains, just real nice trains. And Bachmann, for me, at times seems like it can be on the low end of the spectrum, no pun intended. And I've had a big problem with Bachmann. Now, the only advantage to them is that the trains are a lot less expensive. Okay, the trains are not as expensive as all the other companies, but that's because the other companies' trains are nicer, and those trains puff real smoke, and the sounds are better. Let's face it, Tsunami sounds cute, but MTH sound is wow. Alright, there's a big difference between cute and wow, and I really gotta get rid of that thing. At any rate, guys, what I want to know from you is what are your experiences with Bachmann trains? Are they good? Are they bad? And also, can you guys give me some good websites to look at reviews on HO model trains? I've been looking myself, and I found a few websites, but I would like to find quite a few more. So I'm looking for some reviews on HO trains in general, more or less engines. So if you guys can give me some websites or some places to go, that'd be great. And let me know your opinion on Bachmann trains and how you feel about the quality of them. I know a lot of people have said great things about the 280, which is the one I'm thinking of purchasing, so I think I'm going to go ahead and pick that up. But at any rate, guys, I think I'm running out of time here. So, Roadkey1937 signing out. Peace, God bless, and I'll catch you all around later.